we face are at the local level with the ward or the police station. So do we address this to the ward officer? Because here you're suggesting we address it to the secretary at the secretary level. So this ward officer won't know anything about it.
Well, as I said, this I'm testing out the theory. You could try and address it to the ward office also, because he is also the competent authority in certain ways. I'm not 100% sure of this. I'm saying at this moment, it's like we'll have to try which authority is the appropriate authority. Theoretically, what the law says is the highest authority will have to take action. But the head of department is supposed to investigate. So there is this slight dichotomy in this, which we'll have to figure out as we go, friend.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Is language likely to be a major problem?
Sorry, where?
Is language likely to be a major problem? Because when Jairaj Bhatak was with the municipal corporation, he decided to do away with English for all these reports. Siddhara Ramaiah in Karnataka recently said he would only look at representations in Kannada. Now, is it all right to write to all these people in English?
Okay, here I'll tell you what I have observed. Nobody refuses to take an English letter, but they may insist on replying to you in Marathi, which we'll have to find a way of, and it's not so difficult. Let's also look at it from a slightly practical end. There may be a lot of government employees. They may understand English adequately to be able to read, but they may not be able to reply to you in English. So if you do get a reply in English and in Marathi rather, I'm sure you've got to have at least one Marathi friend. If you don't have a single Marathi friend, we should not be in Mumbai, my friend. Yes, sir.
Sir, I would like to know whether the BMC departments like education department, pension department, ward office, all of them are coming under.
Absolutely. Except I pointed out that I had given you the equivalent section of the BMC Act.
Yeah.
It applies to BMC, but the law as it applies to BMC is what's called the Municipal Corporation Act. It has been amended, and I gave the 64A and 64C. They are two different ones.
Yeah.
So just quote that.
And also MMRD.
Now there I'm not too sure. Let's try.
Are they not forming part of the government or independent?
There is some controversy about it, so I'm not very sure, my friend.
Okay.
I'm saying we'll have to try. I can't guarantee that. All state government employees that emanate from Mantralaya and report to Mantralaya definitely are included. Bombay Municipal Corporation, though not directly under the law, but because of an amendment to the Bombay Municipal Corporation Act. Organizations like MMRDA, I'm not sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, I have two questions. One, for example, I filed a complaint and it's not answered. Can we file repetitive complaints? And second is that are there any parallel legislation, similar legislations in other states or central government level? Because this time I had suffered this myself. I had applied for an online voting registration. However, after I got a little late in checking the status of it, after the date was passed, I realized that they had not even processed it. So my father wrote to the election commission and he didn't get any reply. So what if there is something that can be done?
This law does not apply. There is what's called a manual of procedures, which also has similar things. But there's a difference between a law and a manual. I don't know if I've got that here. No, I was planning to put that here. There's a manual of you can send me an email if you like it. I'll give you my email ID, shaileshgan@gmail.com. shaileshgan@gmail.com. I'll send that to you. The Office of Central Government has issued this, but that's not the same as a law. A law is something which must be observed, whereas office manual procedure is, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not something that you can enforce through law.
So
but yes,
nothing similar to this in other states?
I do not know, miss. To be honest, there are various laws in various states. Most of these are confidential laws.
Can it be possible to file concurrent applications in the RTI and Right to Services Act?
For what kind of thing? Can you Can you suggest something?
Which is superior to the other for in terms of
No,
response?
today
In
the
terms
right
of response.
today the Right to Information Act is superior because lots of citizens have built this up. My own belief is that intrinsically this act is slightly better, but we'll have to make it work. Today there is no exact mechanism. You see, there is no penalty as such. There is no specific body who is supposed to hear this. So that is the defect in this act, if you may put it. But I believe it is possible if we do a little bit of concerted effort and spread this fast. I keep repeating, if Shailesh Gandhi alone does it, nothing will happen. If 50 or 60 of you say we'll do 5 at least, it can be 10, it can be 20. Each one of you convinces and explains this to 5 or 10 people. This law is extremely simple. You really don't need me to explain the law. It's much simpler than RTI. Citizens like you have taken to RTI like fish take to water. RTI, this is still simpler. If we do it, we'll be able to make it work, my friend.
What is the response or success rate?
As I told you, I know of just one success of mine where I got this. I have also sent other letters, 3 or 4, with relation to sanction for prosecution of various officers and so on. Got no response so far. But we'll have to collect. You see, the point is, even in RTI, people will tell you I got no response, which is also true. But you got to build numbers before you can then press for this. And I'm expecting to take advantage of this window of opportunity, as I call it. Politicians take advantage of timing. Citizens can also try and do that.
Do the same.
My first question is, sir, that the object of this act is to get work done. But the main problem, the hard reality is that they ask for bribe. So if somebody is asking for bribe, we should wait for this 45-90 days period, or we should have some other approach to it, sir.
My submission is, look, the question you are asking is almost similar to saying कि मैं आज मेरा पेट भर लूं या मेरे बच्चों की सोच के उनका पेट कैसे भरेगा ये सोच लो. अगर आपको लगता है कि मेरे बच्चों का पेट कैसे भरेगा, then don't pay a bribe. Go through this even if it takes a little bit time. And 99% the normal observation is, unless you have a defective application, a person will not reject your application. Usually, I mean, now there may be some exceptions, we'll all have to learn this, but as I said, अगर आपके बच्चों का आप सोचने को तैयार हैं तो ब्राइब मत दीजिए.
Shailesh ji, you were telling that बच्चों का सोचना चाहिए. So my own example I'll give you, that I got a factory building at Marol, 3-floor building. It's still not occupied. And we got the CC. Then we applied for OC, occupation certificate. In the December 2010, we got the completion certificate. Till now, we have not got the OC, occupation certificate.
Try this.
I will try this because fortunately, that I have did this. My architect asked me कि साहब आपको immediate चाहिए या normal course में चाहिए? Price अलग-अलग है. So
दोनों का price.
I said हाँ दोनों का price अलग. So I said normal course. So I thought that normal course में हो जाएगा. Now 3 years I could not get. Thirdly, second example I give in my case only, where my office is there at Lower Parel. Conveyance was not done by the builder. So by great difficulty we did all this procedure and we did just one example. Conveyance has been done. Now again the PR card has not been updated.
My submission
again there is also
my friend. No, look, all of us will be able to find, but if you can find enough horror stories, use 10 of these and let Moneylife know what happened. My submission is, let us get 1,000 such instances reported to Moneylife.
But there is a limit. How far one can get? 3 years I have waited for my children.
But if you waited 3 years, then try this for the next 2 months.
Sir, I'm a retired commander, now advocate of Bombay High Court, Dr. Jaswant Singh. Sir, in fact, your lecture very educative, but like you have mentioned, I'm sorry to mention here that everybody present here or citizens of, say, India, we have expectations from the others, but we don't want to do anything. I can give you example. and like you have given suggestion that 4 or 5 people we must explain to the friends in the same society or something. But I can give you the example. In fact, my suggestion is, in addition to this, even we have advanced local management committees. If they can take on, and they can do the wonders.
That'd be wonderful.
But I am giving you example in Lokhandwala area. Now see the example now. One of my friend is explaining some problem for last 3 years. That Chief Minister has written letter to all the societies, like one problem of deemed conveyance of 23,000 societies. Only 3,000 societies have approached, means that local people, secretaries or chairmen, they are not interested. So we are all corrupt. In my area, I have told that I'll give free consultancy, free way out. If you have any handicap or obstruction, I'll solve it. Nobody has given, even free assistance.
Okay, let's for a moment.
So what I'm trying to say.
Sir, I think I've heard what you've said. What you are saying is the Indian people are third rate. नहीं करना है कुछ छोड़ दीजिए. My bahas is with people who believe that India has a future. For people who believe India has no future, I have no real conversation.
Shailesh bhai, just an idea. I think if we follow that, it can help. So since they have passed this act, generally, ideally, they are supposed to make this act known to their internal fellows department so that they implement this, right? And if we actually try and get this information from them, I'm again falling back on RTI, that what steps have been taken by the government to ensure that their different departments' functions are made aware of their obligations under this act, and have there been enough system in place to ensure that they are following it. I think by way of filing this kind of an RTI, we can make perhaps a systemic change which can help on a long-term basis.
My friend, 8.5 years after the RTI Act has come in place, most government officers do not know the RTI Act at all. So, you see, it's a question of what you are saying is a dream world. I would love people to be there, but you can try. What will happen, I'll tell you, the answer to this will be, there is nothing on record. There is no recorded. In fact, government has done nothing. They will not tell you we've done nothing. They'll say there is no record of this.
So, in other words, there is no system existing within the government functions to make others aware about.
My point is, we are aware of this. So, the suggestion is, let's try and use the law with whatever energies we have, and then collect evidence. And Moneylife has been kind enough to say they'll be willing to collate it. Suchita, on which email ID should they send this?
Foundation@moneylife.in.
Foundation@moneylife.in.
The same ID on which all of you registered to attend this program.
See, in most of the cases, there is no accountability. Now, for example, you go take to the registrar, cooperative society, go to the assistant registrar or deputy registrar. He gives an order, absolutely wrong order. Then you have to go to the appeal, which may take another 6-7 months. So the divisional registrar also gives an order, which can be again wrong on the basis of the bribes and you pay and things like that. Now, what's the solution for that? That's one. The same thing is, when you go to the police station, and most of the people say, he doesn't register a complaint, duty officer. Even if he registers it wrongly, you come complaining back, we SIS all that. Now he gives you in writing, SIS. So what do we do about that?
I think I made an attempt to explain the root cause of this. The root cause is if the entire system, the whole nation has been lying. And there is a solution I offered, but that, as far as I'm concerned, an Asaram Baba or a Ramdev Baba may have instant solutions. I have no magic solutions, my friend, except to show ways in which we'll have to work, persevere. जिन्हें नाज है उन्हें कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा, सिर्फ गाना गा के नहीं चलेगा. जिन्हें नाज है हिंद पर वो कहाँ हैं, ये अगर हम गाते जाएंगे उससे कुछ नहीं बदलेगा. But we have tools like RTI and this law with which we can make a change.
The police station, commissioner, assistant commissioner, are they covered under this act?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Is it necessary that we have to send by speed post? Email will not do?
Okay. See, theoretically an email should do, but today the email situation is pathetic. Most officers don't open their emails. So I'm saying, well, we can the battle and saying why they're not opening the emails. We can do that. But I'm saying for the moment, let us try and press to get this done. The email battle, I believe, will be a little later strategically, but I'm not saying you can't. You can certainly do that. Theoretically, an email should work.
My experience, the CM's office email works.
Fair enough. So, I mean, so some office it might work, but by and large, generally they will not respond. And then nobody will have received. It's like saying, मैंने जंगल में जाके बोल दिया, तो nobody will have heard that. So then you are looking at another problem.
So I think to sum up, we have a new act, and I think as Mr. Gandhi says, Moneylife is happy to put these details in the public domain. We've published over 100 of his important cases under RTI. We will start a new series on this act, but that will require people to apply. And I think as the gentleman here said, people just do not complain enough. The reason why government officers get away with taking so much time is nobody wants to take the effort of writing something. Nobody wants to form a group. So you have somebody like Mr. Gandhi here who is willing to take the lead. Because the point is that you have to get those 100-odd questions logged in and furnish some kind of proof. And we are lucky that someone of Mr. Gandhi's stature is willing to take this battle forward. So I think let's all give him a big hand and agree to join this fight.
Thank you, friends. Thank you very much.